So the organization structure design block 4 will start with the organization design significance, and then we'll move forward. So different approaches to organization design is the today's topic. But before starting today's topic, we'll discuss what are the significance of organization design. So as far we have come with a lot of discussion on organization structure, culture, and design. So by this time, we all understand that organization design is everything for one organization. So organization design helps to implement strategy, starting from implementing strategy, moving forward, and taking feedback how far the strategy is successful, and organization designing, redesigning, re-engineering, putting new things in organization design. So everything we have discussed so far. Then we'll discuss what are the approaches to organization design. So why should we discuss approaches to organization design? It is because different behavioral scientists, they have given their opinion. So they have given varieties of organization design approaches, and the best suited approach or the best fit approach would be implemented in the organization as per the requirement of the particular organization. If the organization requires a particular type of approach, then it will be best fit to that organization. So here we see the best fit approach. It has to be implemented in any organization. And another significance of organization design is to implement innovation in the organization. So as we see the culture of organization, the structure of organization, as per that the design is also done, and we also must give importance to putting innovation in the organization. So what this innovation does for the organization, it takes the organization to become an organic structure. So organization design tries to create an organic structure, and which is the demand of today's era. Organization design also tries to create an adaptive culture and structure. So as we have studied so much about organization design, structure, culture, so our focus should be how one organization can be adaptive to the changing environment and as per the requirement of the changing environment. And organization design also leads to organizational effectiveness and efficiency. So here two things are coming. One is effectiveness and another is efficiency. So efficiency is in terms of employees' efficiency, and effectiveness the ultimate result of the organization. So as we design the organization, strategically and we do some changes in the structure and culture of the organization, it finally leads to efficiency and effectiveness. So these two things are the ultimate results. Remember, good organization means good organization design. So, with this brief introduction, we will start the approaches to job design, approaches to organization design. So, what are the approaches to job design in the organization? So, here we have 7 approaches to job design. So, what are the approaches? Job enlargement, job enrichment, job simplification, job rotation, quality of work life, job analysis, and job engineering. So, these are the approaches to job design which leads to organization design. So, organization design takes these approaches and organization moves ahead with job design. So we'll discuss one by one job enlargement. So what is job enlargement? Job enlargement means if someone is doing some job, he is in a particular job and the organization gives some extra job with that particular job and the type of job is similar. So it's by and large the similar kind of job and more load is given. That is a horizontal loading of job. So in job enlargement, what happens? Suppose someone is doing accounts job and he is taking care of one unit of the organization. If that particular person is given another unit's account job, the same type of job, but another units. So here what happens? He has overloading of the same job. That is called job enlargement, where additional task activity is given to the same person. So this is called horizontal loading. This type of job design focuses on enlarging jobs by increasing tasks and responsibilities. So here what happens? Job enlargement is there and the increase of task is there, the responsibility is there, more responsibility and the person is overloaded. So what are the advantages of job enlargement? Why we are overloading a person who is already doing his job and we are adding another similar kind of job to him and we are enlarging his job. So here job enlargement avoids monotony, which is the result of high degree of specialization and division of labor. What happens if the person is doing another unit's job, then he is somehow little bit distracted, little bit relaxed from his daily regular job, and he is doing the same type of job but for another unit. So what happens? He when he is doing the same type of job for another unit where he has to take care of both the units, the monotonous work is avoided. And what is the result? Thus, there is a high degree of specialization. That means he becomes an expert in that particular area. He becomes an expert. As well as monotony of job is also avoided because he deals with different kind of people of another unit, where suppose he was seeing the same faces every day, now he will be seeing other faces also. So though there is a lot of pressure on the same person, but he is somehow he is relaxed, not relaxed, but he is somehow uh, gets a better experience, he gets to know other people, he gets to see other people's face, as well as his specialization also increase. As he does same type of job for 2 units, he becomes a specialist in accounts. It also improves employee satisfaction, and it also decreases production cost and increased quality. So employee satisfaction, as he is becoming an expert, that person's satisfaction, job satisfaction also increases, and the production cost goes down as he is managing both units accounts. So production cost will definitely go down. Then increased quality, so as he becomes a specialist, so he gives better quality job to the organization. It also improves the employees efficiency at work. So these are some of the advantages of job enlargement. Then we'll see what are the disadvantages of job enlargement. So, employees may require additional training for performing enlarged tasks. As I said, the person gets more tasks of the same kind, but if there may be some deviation in the other unit, suppose the accounts, we take the example of the same person who is doing the accounts job. Suppose in another unit there is some deviation in his work, then in the day-to-day work, whatever he was doing in the other unit, then he needs some additional training. That is one. Otherwise, he fails to understand what the other unit requires from him. Moreover, productivity may fall during the introduction of new system based in the job redesigning. So production may fall, the production process may get hampered for a shorter time period, not for a very long time period, but for a shorter time period when there will be job redesigning or the allotment of new job to another person. The person is given other type of job to do the accounts handling of other unit, then for some time maybe there would be some disturbance in the production process. And employees often argue for increased pay because increased workload as a result of job enlargement. The same person, if he handles both the units, definitely he will ask for more payment because he is now overloaded with the job. So these are some of the disadvantages of job enlargement. Now we'll see job enrichment. How job enrichment leads to organization redesigning or organization design. It is also another approach to job design, job enrichment. So job enrichment is, it is same as job enlargement, but here it is a vertical improvement of the person. The workload will be given to the same person, but in a vertical way. How it is given? The same person will be given more responsibility and more work, but he will be given also more salary, more opportunity to grow, and as well as he may be given a better position in the organization. That is job enrichment. That means the person who was doing previously some clerical job, maybe he is given more responsibility and he might be given a managerial job where he will be given a better position and more salary. That is called job enrichment, where he has the opportunity for personal growth. So that is called job enrichment. So here it is written, it is closely related to job enrichment, but here the growth is vertical. So always remember, in any organization, everybody needs a vertical growth. Nobody needs a horizontal growth. So vertical enlargement gives a sense of responsibility to the person, and the person also is happy with vertical enlargement because it gives him more salary and a better position. So, job enrichment refers to the vertical enlargement of a job by adding responsibility and opportunity for personal growth. Here, personal growth also happens. The difference between job enrichment and job enlargement is the horizontal and vertical. Job enlargement is horizontal, whereas job enrichment is vertical growth. Now we'll see what are the advantages of job enrichment. So these are some of the advantages of job enrichment. Job enrichment makes the job more interesting. Definitely, if the person will be given a different type of job, then he'll take more interest in that particular job. So it avoids monotonous work. Monotony is avoided in job enrichment. It also discourages absenteeism and turnover of the employees. So, if employees are happy with their job, they will come to the job. They will not remain absent, and they'll also not leave the organization. And job enrichment motivates employees through opportunities for growth and advancement. So remember always, if someone, any employee is seeing a growth in the organization, then that employee will never leave the organization. But if someone is seeing no growth in the organization, then the employee may think of switching the organization. So, job enrichment motivates employee through opportunities for growth and advancement. Employees also get higher job satisfaction from job enrichment. The organization also gains through improvement of output both in quantity and quality. As employees are happy, they come to the workplace with a happy mood. They work with a good spirit in the organization with all the happiness, and they are happy with whatever organization is doing for them. Then organization will ultimately be gaining from both quality wise as well as quantity wise. These are some of the advantages. Then we'll see what are the disadvantages. So, technologically, it may not be easy to enrich all jobs, which is very correct. It is actually not easy to enrich all jobs. Suppose some employees, they feel that the other person is getting promotion, he is getting promotion, Mr. X is getting promotion, I am not getting promotion. But he must realize that there is no scope of promotion to the particular department where he belongs to. So this is the disadvantage of job enrichment. So what happens? The employee of other department whose job is not enriched, and the person who is not getting an opportunity for promotion will be demotivated. So that is very obvious. Enrichment of jobs has proved to be a costly proposition in certain cases because it involves expenditure. So, job enrichment involves expenses. So, this is one of the disadvantage also. Then, adding challenges to highly skilled jobs may not necessarily bring satisfaction for highly professional ones. So some professionals, may not get satisfaction from adding challenges. So they, if they are very talented, if they are very professional people, they, once they are given promotion and they are given a more responsibility and more salary, then they may think of getting more salary somewhere else rather than this organization with all these responsibilities, and they compare the salary with the responsibility. So that is also a disadvantage, and they start comparing the other similar companies who are paying their employees with the same kind of responsibility. So that is a threat for job enrichment. Then all those who prefer job enrichment may not have the requisite capability to meet the new challenges. So sometimes the employees do not have the required skill, knowledge, and abilities to perform the new challenges. So that is also another disadvantage. And if one employee is promoted to a certain level, he may not have that capability to perform the duty. So that is a big disadvantage of job enrichment. Now we'll move forward to job simplification. So, job simplification is a very, as the name is saying, it is a very simplified version of job. That means job is made simple for the employees or the workers. That means a job is broken into small pieces so that the jobs become very easy for the employees to do. So that is another kind of job redesigning, which ultimately leads to organization design. So why we are studying job redesigning or job designing? Because it leads to organization design. As in the beginning I discussed about the significance of organization design. Organization design is only through job redesign, job reengineering, and job redesign or design is an inherent part of organization design. So, apart from structure and culture, structure, culture is there, but job design is a very important part of organization design. So, coming down to job simplification, here what happens? Job is simplified. That means a total job is broken into pieces, and the employees, they can do the small piece of work very easily. So it becomes easier for the employees to do the work. So doing so, the fragmented task to increase an employee's productivity. So why it happens? Why job is simplified? Because the employees are more specialized in the micro areas. They become specialized in the micro area. So when the complete job is divided and small pieces are given to different employees to perform every day doing the same kind of job, and the employee becomes a specialist in that particular job. So it leads to increase in employees productivity as well as organization's productivity. But here again, monotony of work comes. So every day, if someone is doing the same type of job, same kind of job, he may get bored doing the repetitive task. This is one of the disadvantages. Then this may also lead to absenteeism, because the person gets bored doing the same type of job every day. He may remain absent from the work. So such type of job may be suitable for employees having low levels of skills and knowledge. So we cannot avoid such kind of job. Job simplification is something which one organization does for job redesigning, but some jobs are there which we cannot avoid. Like for example, the front office job. If anyone is put in the front office job, then that person, doesn't require he's not required to have a very high degree, or high qualification. He or she doesn't have to get high qualification for that. If the person is good at speaking good English or maybe any other language, but if he can convince or he can talk properly, if he or she has a sweet voice, a very good face, well dressed, then that person can become a front office executive, where it's not required that he should get a very lucrative degree from some university, but this may be a repetitive job, but this position uh, doesn't need very much skills and knowledge, but these are requirement of the organization. Some jobs are made simplified, and those are the requirement of the organization. It's a different story altogether. If that person is getting bored, he doesn't come to the workplace, and it's a monotony of the job. But some jobs are required by the organization where that person has to cope up. That is job simplification. So when the total job is divided into smaller parts, then that is called job simplification. It has advantages as well as some disadvantages also. Then job rotation, we have already discussed about job rotation. So job rotation means putting one person into different job roles. Suppose one person, actually this job rotation kind of thing is a part of job redesign where employees are uh, uh, put into different jobs to get a feeling of what is happening around the organization. So they get a thorough knowledge how the production department is working, how the HR department is working, how the sales department is working, how the marketing department is working, and how the accounts department is working. So to get a thorough knowledge what is happening around in the total organization, this job rotation is done. So job rotation is actually a motivational strategy where employees are moved from one job to another job at the same level and with a similar kind of skill requirement. Suppose, let us take the example of MBA. Suppose one person has done MBA and he is put into HR department for 3 months. Then again he is shifted to a marketing department for 3 months. Again shifted to accounts department for 3 months. Then again shifted to production department for 3 months. Like this. So everywhere he is put into MBA job only. He is not put in a CEO position, or he is not put in a clerical position, right? So he is put as a managerial executive everywhere in every department. So what he gains, the person gets a knowledge that how the organization is working, how different departments are working. So job rotation reduces boredom and monotony through changing employees' activities. So this has almost the similar effects of job enlargement. So if you see job enlargement and job rotation, they both are similar. But in job enlargement, what happens? The person is overloaded with those kind of work for a longer period, but job rotation, longer period is not there. Only for few months he is kept in different jobs, or maybe for 1 year he'll be kept in different, the same person will be kept in different jobs. That is job rotation. So we'll see what are the advantages of job rotation. So our employee gets knowledge of what is happening around in the organization, then which also reduces boredom among the employees, and it's the also the innovation from employees is increased. Like for example, one employee from the HR department, he goes to the marketing department and sees what is happening in the marketing department, and he can suggest some innovative, creative idea to the marketing department people if he has something in his mind. Or else he can also gain knowledge from the marketing people and come back to HR department and put it in his department. So a lot of creativity and innovation is increased in job rotation. So this is a main advantage of job rotation. Then identified employee interests and skills in new areas. In new areas, the employees show interest. Like for example, if someone is bored doing the accounts job every day, doing the debit, credit, and all these, and counting the numbers, then he is shifted to marketing department for doing like for a couple of months. Then he develops some interest in the market. He might develop some interest in the marketing job, and he may learn some new skills in the marketing department. Then reduce strain on employees physically. That means his physical health will also be okay after he shifted to different uh, job role. Then it also leads to increased productivity as well. These are the advantages. Then we'll move to disadvantages. So work suffers from obvious disruption. That is very obvious. If one efficient employee will be shifted to another department, then definitely the job of the parent department will be disrupted. That is very obvious. And job rotation becomes less useful as specialization proceeds. Very important thing. When there is a question of specialization comes, job rotation is not useful, because if one person does the same type of job repetitively, then only he can become a specialist rather than hopping around to different departments. Then it may demotivate intelligent and ambitious employees who seek specific responsibilities in their chosen specialty. So intelligent people always and ambitious people, they always want to be the specialist of whatever they want to do. They do not feel comfortable doing this work for 1 year, that work for 1 year, and they are not comfortable with that, so they may get demotivated in the process. Then another job design method is quality of work life approach. Approach is quality of work life. So quality of work life refers to the favorableness or unfavorableness of total job environment for people. So, what is quality of work life? Quality of work life includes the job security of employees, job satisfaction of employees, development of employees, training of employees, job enrichment of employees, promotion, reward system, and job and the environment where the employees are working. Everything comes when you see the quality of work life. Quality of work life means how happy or how satisfied the employees are working in a particular organization, as well as what type of output they are giving to the organization, how enriched the work is and how qualitatively the work is better than earlier, that is quality of work life. So here job redesign or job design leads to quality of work life as well. So it is another approach of job design. So these are the four factors of quality of work life: job involvement, job satisfaction, sense of competence, job performance, and productivity. So these are the four factors which lead to quality of work life. First, job involvement. Job involvement, also it is called employee engagement. How involved employees are with their job. So the more involved one employee is with his or her job, he spends more time with the job and less time with other things like family, friends, and other things. So job involvement leads to quality of work life. Job involvement indicates the extent an employee identifies himself or herself with the work. Like, for example, a banker. Suppose we take the example of a banker. So, if the employee is happy being a banker, and if he is happy with his working culture, work environment, and the type of work he is doing, then he spends more time in the bank and gives less time to other things. That means he is more engaged in the work. Suppose one employee is not involved in the work. Suppose out of 8 hours, he is not enjoying the job, he is not happy with the job, or he may be not happy with the environment. So out of the 8 hours or 10 hours he is inside the office, he gives most of his time maybe to his mobile phone and or talk to his family, talk to the friends, or maybe gossiping around in the office, and he's not involved in his job. That is job involvement. The more one person is involved in the job, the more time he spends with that particular doing that job. So challenging jobs make employees to get involved with their jobs. Monotonous jobs and challenging jobs, these are two different things. If someone is getting bored with the monotonous job, he may not enjoy that job, and he may not give time to that job, may not be involved with the job. Challenging jobs give job involvement to the employees, and that job the person must enjoy doing the challenging job. Besides, people with high need for achievement and high work ethics are also found to be involved with their jobs. Then, some people are highly ambitious, they are highly involved with the job. Some people are very ethical, they think that if I have come for 8 hours, I must give 8 hours to my job. They also are involved with the job and they do their work properly. They do not cheat the organization. They have their own ethical values. And some people who are highly ambitious, they always need achievement, they need to be someone in their fraternity, then they also give their 100% to the job and they are involved. Some people love to take challenges, they are also involved in the job. So challenging job also leads to job involvement. Then we see the second factor, that is job satisfaction. So, job satisfaction refers to one's good or positive feeling towards his or her job. So, there are two things, one is job satisfaction, one is employee satisfaction. Job satisfaction is completely job oriented. If one person is happy with the job, happy with the type of job he is doing, then it gives job satisfaction. If someone is not happy with the type of job he is doing, then it will lead to job dissatisfaction. So automatically employee's performance will go down and the person will remain absent. Like for example, we'll take one example here. Suppose one person is in a managerial job, but every time he is given a clerical job to do. So the person will not enjoy his job. Every day there will be some complaint or grievance within him, and he will not give his 100% to the job because he is not happy with the job. He is not satisfied with the type of job he is doing. So obviously it will be reflected in his performance, and it will lead to absenteeism and finally employee turnover. So that is job satisfaction. Employee satisfaction, when employee is satisfied with everything in the organization, with the job he is doing, with the salary he is getting, with the work culture, with all the facilities he is given, with the HR policy, with everything, that leads to employee satisfaction. So it is different from job satisfaction. Then a sense of competence. This is another factor of quality of work life. Sense of competence is the feelings of confidence that one has in one's own ability, skill, and competence. That means sense of competence means someone has to realize that yes, I am competent enough to do this job, or if this responsibility is given to me, I can very well do this job and I can very well prove myself. So that is sense of competence. That is another factor of quality of work life. If quality of work life is good, then the sense of competence comes within the employees. That means whatever he is doing or whatever assignment the person is given, he is very confident that he can perform very good for the given responsibility. A high sense of competence and job involvement combined produces high levels of job satisfaction and productivity. So it leads to job satisfaction also, as well as productivity, high productivity. So this is the third factor of quality of work life. Then we'll see the fourth factor of quality of work life. The three factors like job involvement, job satisfaction, and sense of competence result in improvement of performance and productivity of employees. So, which is very obvious. There will be improvement of job performance or employees' performance, and the productivity of employees will be more. So these are the four factors of quality of work life. Then we'll see what are the advantages of quality of work life. The advantages of quality of work life: better staff retention. Employees will not leave the organization if the organization is maintaining quality of work life. More productivity, higher employee engagement, that means more job involvement, employees are engaged in the organization, in the job. More profit, a strong brand reputation, and more applicants will be interested to work for the organization because the brand name is reputed now, then increased morale of the employees and reduced absenteeism and turnover of the employees. So these are some of the advantages of quality of work life. So if one organization is going for this approach, quality of work life, then these are some of the benefits the organization can get. Then we see job analysis. Job analysis is another job redesigning. So, job analysis is what? It is a systematic method for gathering information regarding what? Regarding the type of job, the nature of job, and the work behavior, task, outcome, and the skill, knowledge, abilities required to perform a particular task. That is job analysis. It focuses on different things like work behavior, task, and outcomes. It also identifies employees SKA, skill, knowledge, abilities, or the qualifications necessary to perform a particular kind of job, and the working condition where he will perform. So, what are the two things which are involved in job analysis? One is job description and another is job specification. So, job description means is the job's nature of job, duties one job includes, the various functions, roles, tasks, reporting authority, relationship with other employees in the organization, working condition, and the supervisory responsibility. So that is job description. And what is job specification? Job specification, the SKE, that and the competencies. That means what is the employee's educational background, what are the skill, knowledge, and abilities he is having, what are his personal capabilities, what are his personal attributes and traits. These are included in job specification. So, job description has these two parts. Job analysis has two parts. One is job description and one is job specification. So, by job description, we can know which type of job one employee is doing. What is his role? What is his duty? How many hours he will be working? And what is the working condition? What are his functions? To whom he will report? Who is his boss? All these are there in the job description. Job specification, what are his capabilities, like what are his experience, what is his educational background, what are the extra skills and knowledge he is having, what are his personal attributes. These are included in job specification. This is also another type of job design. So these are some of the advantages of job analysis. Job analysis helps the HR manager at the time of recruitment and selection for a right type of person for right job. So that is the first advantage of job analysis. After doing job analysis only, the HR department can know how many people are required for which department, with which kind of skill, knowledge, and abilities. That is the first advantage. It also helps the HR manager to understand the extent and scope of training required. After doing job analysis, the HR department can know in which area people need training and in which area they do not need training. If they need training, which type of training they need, and which type of course material or training material would be designed, training designing would be done. So that is another advantage of job analysis. Then it also helps in evaluating the relative worth of different jobs. That means fixing the salary of the employees. So it also leads to fixing salary of employees. It also helps to check out the compensation plans for the employees, and it also helps the HR manager to undertake the performance appraisal effectively. It also job analysis helps in training, job analysis helps in salary, deciding the salary of the employees, in performance appraisal, in recruitment selection, in HRD, everything. Job analysis helps in all this. So, see how job designing leads to organization design. So, job design is an inherent part of OD. So, that is what we are discussing now. Then comes job engineering. So, what is job engineering? It is based on the application of scientific principles to job design. So, we have heard of job redesigning, job engineering, job re-engineering. So, what is job engineering? So, it is a scientific process of job designing. So, implementing scientific principles to job design. So, according to this approach, any job should be scientifically analyzed and simplified into logical tasks. If this job is given to this person, why that job is given to that person? Logical assignment of task and scientifically analysis of each and every job. That is job engineering. Every job has to be scientifically designed and allotted to one person, one employee. So, due emphasis is then laid on organizing the tasks so that a certain logical sequence is followed for efficient execution of the same. That means in job engineering leads to doing the same job in a systematically manner and one after another in a systematically way. That means after one job is done completely, then the other job should be started. After that job is over, then another job is to be followed. So, why this is done? The logical sequence has to be given and scientifically it has to be analyzed why this job is given in a logical sequence. So that is job engineering. 4 benefits of job design. Why job designing is done and what are the benefits of job design? First is employee input, then employee training, then work schedule as well as rest schedule, then adjustments. First is employee input. As I said, good organization means good job design. Good organization means good organization design. Good organization design means good job design. So ultimately, good organization means good job design. So a good job design enables good job feedback. Employees can choose various tasks for their workplace's personal and social needs, habits, and circumstances. So, employee input is very much important in designing job and designing organization. So, it enables good job feedback. Employees who are working in the organization, they can choose various tasks as per their workplace's demand, as per the demand of the society, as per the demand of the habits and circumstances. They can choose their job. When we saw different types of job designs or approaches are available, then organization must go for a particular job design which leads to a happy organization. Happy organization means happy employees. So, feedback from employees is very important in designing job as well as designing organization. So, what happens as per the personal needs and social needs and their habits and circumstances, employees give their feedback, which is called employee input. So, if employees give a bad feedback, for example, then that job design should be changed immediately by the organization. If employees give a good feedback to the organization's design or job design, then that job design can be continued in the organization. So, employee input is very important. Employee training is an integral part of job design. Contrary to the philosophy of leave them alone, job design emphasizes training people to know their job demands and how they should be done. So, employee training is an inherent part of job design. So, what happens earlier, what was happening, if employees don't perform, the organization doesn't do anything for them. There was a philosophy, leave them alone. That means if they do not perform, don't run after the employee, just throw them out. So, that was the philosophy earlier. But now, the job design is done in such a way where the employees have every scope to develop. So, who is taking care of this? Employee is training is taken care of by the organization itself. They arrange training for the organizations arrange training for their employees, and they want that the employees must grow simultaneously. The organization will also grow. So, it emphasizes training people to know their job demands and how they should be it should be done. So, that is the significance of employee training. The work schedule as well as rest schedule. Job design also offers good work and good rest schedule by clearly defining an individual's hour in their job. That means if it is a 10 hours job, then there has to be a lunch break for 1 hour or 1.5 hours. So, work schedule as well as rest schedule should be included in the job design. Whatever may be the approach, whatever may be the job design, but work and rest schedule should be included in the total process. Then adjustments. A good job design allows for physically demanding jobs by minimizing the energy spent doing the job and aligning the human resources requirement. So there is always a scope of adjustment in every good design. Maybe job design, maybe organization design. The ultimately who is performing? Employees are performing. So employees are ultimately human beings. They are has to be a scope of adjustment always. So, as per their physical needs, the employee's work schedule, rest schedule, job schedule, everything should be adjusted by the organization. If there is not a scope of no scope of adjustment, then employees will ultimately be unhappy and production will go down. So the most important factor of job design or redesign would be adjustments. So a good job design must allow adjustment in the designing process, because the employees who perform should be physically fit and mentally happy if the production is going to be efficient and effective. So these are the four factors which are inherent part of job design. So this much for today. Thank you so much.